Hello everyone, I am Sanjeev Panday and today this is video 8 on the chapter The Portrait of a Lady written by Khushwant Singh. Let us start. We know that the grandmother was dead, she was no more in the world. Now it was the time for her funeral. Let us start. B lifted her off the bed. B means the narrator and the family member lifted her means the grandmother off the bed means from the bed. The family member and the writer, including writer, lifted the grandmother from the bed and as is customary because it is custom when a person is dead his dead body or her dead body must be taken from the bed to the ground. In the same way, the grandmother's dead body was taken to the ground. See the line. Laid her. Laid her means laid her dead body on the ground. The family member laid the dead body of the grandmother on the ground and covered her with the red shroud, and they covered the dead body of the grandmother with the red shroud. After a few hours of mourning, we left her alone to make arrangements for her funeral. After a few hours, mourning means lamenting, weeping. For some hours, the family member, for some hours, the family members wept on the dead body. They wept on the dead body of the grandmother. And after that, they left her alone to make arrangements for her funeral, for her last ceremony, for for her funeral. In the evening, we went to her room. In the evening time, they went to her room with a crude stature. Crude means rough stature. To take her to be cremated. Actually, they brought a crude stature to take the dead body of the grandmother to be cremated. To be burnt to ashes. See the line. In the evening, we went to her room with a crude stature to take her to be cremated, to take her to be burnt to ashes. The sun was setting because it was evening time. The sun was setting and had lit and brightened had brightened her room and veranda with a blaze of golden light, and her room and veranda was shining with golden color light of the sun. We stopped halfway in the courtyard. They stopped halfway in the courtyard, all over the veranda, and in her room, in the grandmother's room, right up to where she lay dead. She lay dead and stiff. Stiff means rigid. Wrapped means covered in the red shroud. Now she was lying rigid and stiff, covered in the red shroud. Thousands of sparrows sat scattered on the floor. See, actually, the grandmother used to feed the pieces of bread to the sparrows daily. It was her routine. But today, the grandmother was dead. That's why the sparrows also came to pay last homage to the grandmother who used to feed them daily. See the line? Thousands of sparrows sat scattered in a scattered way here and there on the floor, as if they were also mourning, they were also weeping on the dead body of the grandmother. There was no chirping. There was no chirping. Today, this day, they were not chirping. They were silent. They were mourning. They were weeping. They were very sad. B felt sorry for the birds. B means the writer and family members felt sorry for the birds. And my mother, face means brought some bread for them, as it was daily routine of the grandmother. She used to feed the sparrow. In the same way, the writer's mother brought bread for the birds. We felt sorry for the birds, and my mother, fetched means brought some bread for them. She broke it. It means the bread into little crumbs. Crumb means pieces. She broke the bread into little pieces. In the same way, my grandmother used to do. Used to means used to do. The writer's mother broke the bread into pieces in the same way as the grandmother used to do, and threw it to them, and threw it to them, and threw it to the sparrows. The sparrow took no notice of the bread. See, what an emotional scene is there. What an emotional scene is there. The sparrows took no notice of the bread. See, they were so busy in weeping. They were so much sad because of the death of the grandmother that they did not feel hunger. Even the crumbs of the bread could not attract them. They did not pay attention to the crumbs of the bread thrown by the writer's mother. See, when we carried my grandmother crops off means away, crops means dead body. When we means they, the writer and the family member carried my grandmother's crop means dead body. When grandmother's dead body was taken away, they flew away. They means the word flew away. Quietly means silently. And after paying last homage to the grandmother, the words also flew away silently. And they did not touch the crumbs of bread. They did not touch the crumbs of bread. They were left lying there. Next morning, the sweeper swept the bread crumbs into the dustbin. Next morning, the sweeper swept the bread pieces into the dustbin. The sweeper swept and threw the breadcrumbs into the dustbin. In this way, we come to the end of the chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.